Hi, I'm Erin. It's definitely winter here on the ranch. Ranching, of course, requires working outside no matter what the temperature is. So when the temperatures drop and the wind blows, we need something hearty for dinner. White chicken chili is a go-to favorite on our Wyoming life. This week I couldn't decide what I wanted to film for today's video, so I asked you guys what I should make on Instagram, Facebook, and in our weekly newsletter, The Herd Report. If you didn't get your copy of The Herd Report, head over to our website, ourwyominglife.com, and get signed up. The overwhelming consensus was that I should make something that was substantial, hearty, and use the crock pot. By the way, you guys came up with some crazy stuff, and apparently you think that I'm a really good cook. Some suggestions were super elaborate, but it was fun to read all of your ideas. White chicken chili is ridiculously easy to make, and like all good crockpot recipes, involves throwing a bunch of ingredients in without a lot of work, and you get something really amazing out of it. As with recipes around here, this one comes with a story. My friend Dusty gave me this recipe years ago. Every year she hosts us for Halloween. You see, there's really limited trick-or-treating around the ranch, so we load the kids up and we go into town. Dusty makes us dinner and we head out with the ghosts and goblins. We always have white chicken chili, red chili, and guacamole. I just had to ask her for the recipe, and every time I make it, I think of her, her family, and all the fun that we've had over the years with our kiddos on Halloween. The kids are here to help supervise tonight, which is always nice and makes for the evening to be pretty entertaining. We start by heating the oven to 350 degrees. A sheet tray is lined with foil to make cleanup easier. Seasoning is measured and is added to a small bowl. We'll need 3 tablespoons of Lawry seasoning salt, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, and as much ground pepper as you prefer. Mix it all together, and then trim and remove any excess fat from 2 boneless, skinless chicken breasts. Spray the tin foil with cooking spray and then place the chicken on the tray. Liberally, and I mean liberally, season both sides of the chicken. There should be copious amounts of seasoning on the chicken once you're done. You will use almost all the seasoning, leaving just about 1 teaspoon to be added to the chili later if necessary. As a final step, I like to take some cooking spray and I lightly spray the top of the chicken. It helps stick down the seasoning just a little bit better. Into the oven the chicken goes for about 25 to 30 minutes depending on the size of your chicken. You can turn your crock pot onto high and add 4 cans of cannellini or white kidney beans. You can add the juice and all. You don't need to drain or rinse the beans. 4 cans of diced roasted chilies are also added. I like to use 2 cans of mild and 2 cans of hot. This will give the chili a bit of a kick, so if you prefer less spicy, use only the mild chilies. Add in 1.5 quarts of heavy whipping cream and sprinkle about half of the remaining seasoning into the crock pot and give everything a stir. While the chicken cooks, we can make the guacamole. I bought 3 avocados that were extremely soft, and I'm hoping that 2 of them will be usable. Here's a tip: never buy avocados on the day that you need them, as you will only find extremely ripe ones or ones that are extremely hard as a rock. Into a medium bowl goes the usable avocado. Zest 2 limes with a microplane and then juice them as well. I use a potato masher to mash my avocado and lime mixture to the desired amount of chunkiness. I like to mash the lime juice in right away to help it keep from turning even more brown. Dice half of a red bell pepper and add it into your bowl. And then I dice a small amount of red onion into a relatively small dice and add it into the bowl. I end up with about 1/4 cup, but feel free to add more or less depending on your preference. 2 large garlic cloves are grated into the bowl. I like to grate the garlic rather than chop it so that you don't get any chunks of raw garlic in your guacamole. Season the guacamole with salt and pepper to your preference, and then add in some crushed red pepper flakes. I like to add the red pepper flakes into my hand first so that I don't accidentally add too many. Give everything a stir, and then you must taste the guacamole. This time I got it right on the first try, but it's often that I have to adjust the seasoning to get it just right.
I better taste it again, just to make sure. But I think it's good.
Once the chicken is cooked through, it can be removed from the oven and allowed to rest for 10 minutes before dicing. After resting, the chicken is cool enough to cut. Resting will also help the chicken to stay juicier, and you should really rest all of your meat before slicing. I prefer a relatively small dice for the chicken, but this can be personalized also. Add the chicken into the crock pot and stir. The chicken is cooked thoroughly, so we are just really waiting for the cream and the beans to get nice and hot. Stir occasionally, and once it's warm enough, you can give it a little taste and add any more seasoning if it's desired. Dish it into your favorite and largest bowl. You can add some shredded cheddar cheese if you like, and you can serve it alongside a big scoop of your guacamole and large amounts of chips, which are great for dunking into the chili as well as your guacamole. This is one of my favorite meals, and I love how easy it is to make. And I always look forward to when Dusty makes it for us on Halloween. Sometimes I cut the recipe in half if I don't want a ton of leftovers. It's really easy to customize it to your family size. I always say that I'm going to try and freeze some of it and see how it does, but after a few days it seems like we never have enough left over in the fridge to freeze. This is also a great recipe for me to make when we're busy and we don't know when we'll get to dinner. It's definitely on the menu during calving season, which will be here before we know it. And speaking of things that'll be here before we know it, Valentine's Day is just around the corner. So head over to our website, and we have some great items on our store for the Our Wyoming Life fan in your life. Order them now to make sure that they get there in plenty of time for Valentine's Day. Don't wait until the last minute and buy her something at the gas station. Just a little advice. All of the recipes from today are in the description box, as well as the link to the website. Sign up for the herd report while you're there shopping. Mike has a new history video for you on Sunday morning, so make sure that you subscribe, ring the bell, like the video, do all the YouTube things. Also, leave me a comment below letting me know what your favorite super easy crockpot meal is. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video as we explore the ranch life and escape the ordinary on Our Wyoming Life.